Alrighty, episode 7, and in this episode, we're going to be creating our comments model. So each post is going to have a series of comments. So we need to create a model called comments, and we need to connect that to our post. And the way we connect two models or two databases, two tables within our database is through what are called active record associations. So if I were you and I was new to Rails, I would come over to the active records associations page, just search Ruby on Rails associations, and just take a look at these. So each one of our posts is going to have many comments, and each of our comments are going to belong to a post. So the first thing that we need to do to make this happen is we need to generate a model. So we're going to do Rails G model comment. It's going to have a string of text, and then it's going to have a references. It's going to have post references. And we come over to our migration. Everything's pretty basic. Then we see this. We haven't really seen this before, so let's break this down. So we can hover over references in RubyMine, and we can get some help. Click this link, and we'll find out what a references is. So it's just a way of adding an index to connect these two tables. So when we make a comment, it's going to have almost an extra ID. So each one of our posts has an ID. The first post is obviously ID 1, ID 2. But when we create a comment, the ID of the post that the comment belongs to is going to be given to this references column. And you can see that our references can't be null, and it is a foreign key. A foreign key is just a way of connecting two tables. And when we use the references when creating our model, we see we automatically get this belongs to post helper. So we actually need to go into our post folder, and we need to add, I already did it because this is my second or third time trying to record this video. We add the has many comments helper. Now we can run Rails DB migrate. Alrighty, so we see everything, our comments migrated. And what these helpers do, so if I were to add these helpers alone without running the migration, it really wouldn't do anything because our databases aren't connected. The has many and belongs to helpers are a way of connecting else redirect to, we'll just redirect to root for now, root path. We're going to run some validations on our comments real quick. So we come over, I need to come over to comments. So validates text, presence, true, and then our, what do we want? We want to give this a maximum, length. It's going to be maximum, give it 140. Then we also need to validate that it belongs to a post by doing post ID, presence, true. So I'm straying from TDD just because these are just such simple tests that really don't need to, they're probably going to pass right away. And I've done them a million times before. So we come over to our models, we go to our comments, setup do, at comment equals comments 1. And let's look at our comments fixtures real quick just to see how they're different. So we have our text, it's just my string, and then our post is 1. So this is representing our fixture of the one post. Our post fixture, which is by the name of 1. So we need to test comment has text and it is not too long. So I can just run a test and do multiple assertions. So I can do at comment dot text equals foo assert at comment dot valid. And what you can also do is you can actually put a message right here. Comment text validation failed. Actually, no, I did this wrong. So I need to do at comment.text. I'm overcomplicating this. So I'll just do the presence validation first. Comment has text do. So we can come to our comment. We can modify its text. Comment.text equals nil. Assert underscore not at comment dot valid question mark, and we can pass a message saying our text presence validation failed. So I'll do Rails test backslash models backslash comments underscore test dot rb. Oh, it's comment test. So not comments. Comment test dot rb. You see that passed. And just to show you how this message pops up, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to comment this out, and then we are going to come over here. Text presence validation failed. So you can use the messages optionally to simplify debugging. Sometimes the stack trace or whatever is just of no help. I mean, Rails is pretty good at it, but it is another tool you can use. So we can do test comment text isn't, just do is not too long. Do at comment dot text equals a times 141. Assert underscore not at comment dot valid question mark. This test passed. If you want to run through the whole TDD thing and do a failing test, I certainly encourage you to, but these are just such simple tests. I don't feel like doing it, to be quite frank. So test comment font. Actually, you know what? We're going to hold this test. We're going to hold this off for now. So, because I actually do need to run through and practice that. But that is it for this video. So active record associations are a way of connecting two models in our database. First thing you need to do is you need to figure out what is the best association for your two models. Simpler is better. Step 2, you need to write a migration to connect your two models. Sometimes you need to write a migration for both models, but usually you can get away with doing it in one. You can either write a whole new model with a references, with a association migration, or you can just add a migration on. And then the next step is to use the Rails helper associations to connect your two models in Rails world or Ruby world. So you got to connect your models at the DB level through migrations, and you got to connect your two models in the Ruby world through class associations. That's it for this video, and be sure to check out my podcast, my YouTube, and some of my many blogs. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Corey's Corner.